Alright, welcome back to another hiking vlog. We're doing Mount Carrigain off Sawyer River Road this morning. Headed up the Signal Ridge Trail all the way to the top of Carrigain. Sort of excited to do this one. Total, I think we're looking at about 10 to 11 miles in and out. Another long trail, but from what I've read, the views are going to be really great on this hike, on the way up, and then when you get up to the top. Supposedly there's a tower, so have some great info along the way here, and be back with you in just a few. So as you get about 1.5 miles in on this trail, we blew right past the 1 mile marker. It's really just long and flat. 1.5 miles, we've only done about 500 feet of elevation up to this point. So you sort of get to this nice long corridor where it's nice and flat. And then as we get into some of the later miles, based on the topo map, it looks like this is going to get a little bit steeper, but probably just a long gradual approach. About 2.5 miles, you start hitting some pretty solid continuous elevation coming up the rocks. So you get about 2.5 miles of a nice nature walk, and then you start looking up, getting some elevation in now, probably well up over 1,500 feet at this point. So 4 miles in on this trail, you sort of hit this rocky graded area where it sort of looks like this all the way consistently, just going up and up. We're at about 2,100 feet elevation gain since we started now, and we're only a little under, well, maybe a little over 1 mile from making our way up to the summit. So hopefully we're gonna break tree lines sometime in the near future. So 5 miles in, you get up on a nice ridge line. We got about a 1/2 mile left going across over to Carrigain Summit, but this is absolutely beautiful out here today. So we are coming down from Carrigain Summit. Didn't do any filming up at the top. Just besides up at the top of the tower, it's a lot of people standing around up there, so didn't make a lot of sense to whip out the camera at that moment. But it took us about 2 hours 45 minutes to get up to the top, moving pretty quick. About 5.4 miles is what we decided on from start up to the top. And best part was really coming up on about the last mile. You get a little bit of a ridge line, and then you come to the last push going up to the summit and the tower that's up on top. So looking forward to going back down on this ridge line again, and probably looking at another 2 hours or so to get out of here. So I sort of coming to the end of the ridge here. I just thought it'd be cool to show you. If you look all the way across, you can start to see Washington coming out of the clouds. Right up over here. Great, great. So we are about 2.5 miles from the trailhead, making our way back down, almost out of here. We've sort of come down out of the elevation and we're back on flat ground for the most part. So with previous videos, I like to take a minute sometimes just to promote some cruelty-free gear, or in some cases maybe a business that promotes veganism. So the hiking cap that I use, it's got an R on the front of it, is for the Ranch 4.0. They're a company out of Malibu, California. They promote vegan retreats that are really actually based all around hiking. I've been out there on the West Coast and actually eaten their food. It's phenomenal. Really cool program. So whenever I need a hat, I just go to their website, grab one from there, and I can put a link down in the description if anyone's interested to check them out. So I'm going to take a couple more shots, maybe a few photographs on the way out of here, and we'll sum it up probably in the next 30 minutes or so. We only got about 2 miles left. All right, so we are finishing up Mount Carrigain via the Signal Ridge Trail. All in all, mapped it out at about 10.8 miles. I know the actual White Mountains map shows it at about 10.2 to 10.4. But total we did about 3,500 feet of elevation gain up there and back. And pretty fast. We stopped to have a little bit of fun, as you saw off the trail there, but about 5.5 hours to get up and down, because there's only one trail headed up that way, unless you go from Lincoln Woods and do the Desolation Trail on the backside. There's quite a few people going up and down this one because you only got the one direction. So I'd recommend maybe doing it earlier in the morning, so that way you just catch people on the way back down. But I would rate the hike as moderate. Distance-wise, it is long, but not too challenging. Lots of dogs on this hike, so to come out and give it a go, good luck, and thanks for checking in. Until next time.